Successful people have trained their awareness and they use this method. It's 80% your conditioning, it's 80% your mindset, it's your energy, the version of you that you bring to the table. And then just 20% what you do on the outside. And the trap is that most people have this totally reversed, totally backwards. They're 80% focused on all that they're doing, if you're lucky, and you've got 20% focused on the inner game. Now you see results and things shift. And this is the exact journey that you get to when you use the 80-20 rule. I haven't invented it. It's a tried and tested rule. So let's break down what that looks like. And let's get into some clear and specific, precise action so that you know exactly how you're going to be able to condition yourself from the inside out. And you're going to do that in order to step into your next higher 2.0 level, your next 2.0 self, version of yourself. You're flipping time to your advantage. Of course, it does call for, a greater level of commitment to yourself and a level of commitment to your manifestations. This is your life, after all. You get to choose how you want to live it, but you have to work for it. You have to do things the right way. And getting clear on what you truly desire is like the first step. So allow yourself to choose to be one of those people that does apply and manifest, not just getting, rushes of dopamine because you're hearing about something exciting. Do it. Successful people do things differently from those who are not successful. Very simple. And I guess what? Success is a method. And some say, I'm choosing to become a masterful manifester. And guess what? That starts with the intention. Intention is energy. And it starts with a choice from within you. So start expecting miracles, because through this process, what we focus on expands. And we always get what we expect. Now, note that there's a difference between wishing, and hoping, and expecting. Big difference. Get clear and be very precise on your focus point, because manifestation can at times feel overwhelming. So what you do is you start by focusing on one area of your life. And don't worry, because every area is connected. So if you focus on one area, it's obviously going to connect and to affect all the other areas. So you're going to ask me, hey, what are those areas of my life? Well, firstly, we have health. We have wealth. We've got relationships, and relationships include family relationships, intimate relationships, team relationships, working relationships, relationships with ourselves. We have your inner mindset. We have your emotions. Let me ask you, do you feel that you're controlled by your emotions? Are your emotions in a great place? What about your purpose and your mission? Also, what about passion? How much fulfillment are you getting in life? Be honest with yourself. Then there's contribution. And of course, we have spirituality, because that's what we are. We're a spirit. Now, these areas of life are not in any specific level of hierarchy. It's not a question of what comes first. They're all important. It's important that you tune in right now and actually ask yourself, what is the area that really requires my attention right now? And I'm going to invite you to pick an area that you're maybe not so masterful at. If you're really, really, really great at all, of all your money, but there's some challenges going on, for example, with your health. Or maybe let's say that you pick health. And in order to really accelerate this and go deeper, every single goal that you are going to have specific tasks and actions to complete. Remember, it's the doing that gets you the results. And so I want you to get them done. I'd like to call this your soul work. This is going to accelerate you forward on the 80%. And then it's also going to shift and change the strategy and the action that you then take in your life. So let's start by asking yourself, what am I really actually committed to do in order to reach my goals? What am I willing to do? Remember, the deep 80% recalibration requires commitment. So of course, you've got to ask yourself that. Are you committed to achieving your goal? Are you committed to showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it? Because that's what commitment requires. Are you committed to not being distracted by things in your life and in your reality? Are you committed to really going deep within yourself and being totally raw and totally real? You see, it's only up to you to create your commitments. But when you do, stick to them. But those are some ideas for you to go maybe a little bit deeper. Next, you can ask yourself, what is going to be your focus point? And then you pick one area, not a whole bunch of them, just one area of your life, one at a time, where you are going to be working on. You're going to be focusing on that. You're going to have the opportunity to look at this from a larger long-term manifestation. And then also a specific manifestation. Like I said before, you want to pick your focus point. You can't be all over the place all the time. So ask yourself how you are now, right in this moment, how strongly, how deeply are you committed to integrating this 80% into your life? What will you do in order to focus on that 80%? Well, maybe you're going to create time in the morning to have a morning ritual. I call it the power hour. Now, maybe you're committed to seeing yourself at a deeper level. Know yourself, do the journey within. Maybe you're committed to learning more tools, more methods, whether that's a language or a skill, specific manifestation tools to allow yourself to go deeper into that 80%. And I'm going to ask you to write out 3 specific commitments so that you can really anchor this in. When you write it down, it anchors it in. And when you've done this, I invite you to look at the steps of creating your next 3 months from the future you today. It's like creating your future memory. It's a bit like the vintage movie, remember, that was called Back to the Future? So as a simplified message, break up your life, your time, 80-20. Successful people really understand the 80-20 rule because 80% of success comes only from your mindset and your energy and your conditioning. That's all it comes from. While only 20% comes from the actions. And like I said before, most people, reverse this. They're focusing 80% on the actions and they're exhausted and only 20% on the mindset. No, it's the other way around. To see real results, you've got to flip this ratio. So steps to apply the 80%, the 80-20 rule are: 1, identify your focus area. Choose one life area that needs improvement. It might be health, it might be wealth, it might be relationships, it might be mindset, it might be your emotions, it might be a purpose or a passion or a contribution or spirituality. But choose one at a time, and focus on an area where you are less masterful to create significant change. And then set clear commitments. Define your commitment to yourself, because you're going to need a commitment to achieve that goal. It doesn't happen on its own. You want to commit to showing up daily for yourself. Avoid distractions and be really raw. Be honest with yourself. It might be difficult at first, but you get used to it and it's worth it. Integrate the 80% rule and allocate that time every day for your mindset work. It's so important because such as a morning ritual, learning new manifestation tools, and you want to plan for your future. And then you want to plan from your future, looking back. So visualize your life 3 months from now and work backwards, reverse engineering to create a plan. Because this approach is, like I said, similar to that movie. So shift your attention, which is your mindset and your energy, precise goals, be clear and specific about what you want, and expect miracles. Expect them, because they will happen. You call them now a miracle, but when it happens, you go, oh, it's what I created. And remember that everything is connected. And when you follow these steps and you focus on your inner game, you're going to transform your life. I've been doing this with people for over 25 years. And oh my God, I can't tell you the amounts of extraordinary success that people, that people reached, and they thought they could never, ever do it, but they did it. You're so much more powerful than what you think you are. Go for it. And if you want to find out more, book a call with me. I'm very happy to help you through. Okay? Bye.